Hello and welcome to another episode of Vegan Cheesecake. I am your co-host, Dave Huffman, the bitchy vegan homo.
What up, everybody? It's your girl, Vegan Vicki of Urban Sweetness.
And today we are going to be talking about episode 2 of season 2.
I'm so excited we're going in order. Sorry.
But I know, it does make it much easier.
It makes it so much easier.
So we're going, this is the ladies of the evening.
Yes. And who would think that they were prostitutes? I'm just saying.
I know. And if this is your first time tuning in to Vegan Cheesecake, this
Welcome.
is a podcast all about the Golden Girls and vegan food.
Vegan
of course,
food. What?
Those are our favorite things.
These are a few of my favorite things.
I thought so. And Vicki, can you tell that I'm getting over a cold?
I can. You sounded sexy, husky.
I was like double Kathleen Turner yesterday, so
All
this is
right.
already an improvement. So
Yes.
yeah, it's on its way out, but it's still lingering a little bit.
Make it sound sexy.
Yeah, I'm afraid now with everybody so paranoid, if I go out in public and if I cough or
Lord.
sneeze, they're gonna think,
Oh, they go.
yeah,
You're gonna get
quarantine
doused
them.
with alcohol.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Yeah, I just wear a Purell suit whenever I
I
go
know.
outside. Not that you can find Purell in the stores right now.
Isn't that the truth?
It's true.
But you know what? This is my thing. What were people doing before this? You wasn't washing your hands.
They
nasty.
were just nasty. They were
You
just
nasty.
Uh-huh.
That's disgusting. I'm like, okay, so you weren't washing your hands all the time.
I know now people are suddenly concerned about hygiene.
Isn't that something? Wow. I gotta bathe. Oh, wow.
Well, all right. So in this episode of Golden Girls, it starts out with them. They have an exterminator or inspecting the house because they have termites
And cockroaches.
and cockroaches.
Listen, I said, what?
Well,
like,
it's Florida. There's all kinds of bugs in that
yeah,
house.
it is.
Come on, you know
Yeah,
there is.
it is.
And but I like whenever and then the main plot of this is that Blanche wins three tickets to the premiere.
Isn't that an odd number, though?
Yeah, I know. That makes no sense. She got 3 tickets to the premiere of Mr. Burt Reynolds.
Mr. Burt
She always
Reynolds.
says Mr. Burt
Yes,
Reynolds.
she does.
His new movie, and then the premiere party afterwards. So
And they never said what the movie was.
no, because
I wonder if it was Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
no, that would have been.
Oh, yeah, that was a
a
while
few
back.
years before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
that
episode
movie.
aired in 1986. So I'm trying to think
Oh,
what
no,
it would
yeah.
have been. Yeah, it was
don't know.
actually he was not really the big movie star at that point anymore.
no.
But no,
No.
but bless his heart.
Yeah.
Blanche is going to take or she's not going to take Sophia.
Sophia.
She's just going to take
Rose
Dorothy
and
and
Dorothy.
and they are jumping up and down, screaming in excitement. And I must say that B. Arthur's reaction, her
Yeah,
screaming,
it
is
was-
it's creepy.
It was.
Yeah.
Just the,
She seemed more frightened than excited. Like
Yeah,
she
she
didn't
did.
seem like
I
she
was
could
like,
quite.
okay.
Yeah, it almost seemed like she was terrified. But I like whenever the exterminator guy comes
yeah.
out and there's jumping up and down and screaming. He says he gets a reaction whenever he wears that
He's
tight
a
jumpsuit.
tight jumpsuit. Yes, baby.
And
You can see all the rolls.
Yeah, he was not exactly a sexy.
Not at
sexy.
all.
Have you ever been so blessed to have a really sexy worker come to the house, like a phone man?
Oh, I
or-
did.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Listen. Oh, my goodness. When I first moved into my house that I'm in now, the it was a gas company.
Yeah.
And when he came and he knocked on the door, I was like, well, hello. You can light my pilot. Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah.
I wonder where he at now.
I don't
How
know.
you doing?
Did you flirt with him?
You know what? I didn't. I was just like, you know what? I'm very bad at stuff like that.
Oh, really?
So I was probably a little more goofy
Yeah.
than anything,
Mm-hmm.
but he was fine.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Gas Man?
I had when I moved into this house,
Mm-hmm.
the guy this is whenever I think I was getting the phone and internet hooked up. Not that I have a landline anymore in the house,
Yeah.
but at the time, the phone guy was super
Oh,
hot. Yeah, I was
right.
like, oh. And then I had a problem a year later with the internet, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they'll send that
I
same
know
guy
that's
back.
right. Can I have the
Sadly,
same man
yeah.
I had 2 years ago,
Yeah,
please?
sadly, it was not.
It wasn't?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Makes me. I should have ripped the phone out immediately
should've.
after he left.
It's still
It's
not
still not working. I don't know what's wrong. I don't have a dial tone. It's the strangest thing.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Right.
Or it said my cat chewed through the cord or something.
Something.
Yeah. Any
to
lame
keep 'em here.
excuse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was my he He was fine.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Yeah. Did you jump up and down and scream like that guy
No.
says that happens to
Right.
him? Mm-hmm.
I did not do the Dorothy.
No.
The creepy Dorothy.
Creepy Dorothy.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Very unsettling.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just
I did
saying.
like before Sophia finds out she's not getting to go and she's jumping up and down.
And they're like,
her
no,
little
no.
jumps are so cute.
about
Just
about an inch off the ground.
Well,
no, it's
she
probably
doesn't
just
want
her
to damage
heels.
those hips.
She
Yeah.
probably on her tippy toes.
God bless her.
Yeah.
So then they have to go stay at a hotel,
Yes.
and this is
For
one
2
of the rare
days.
time where the subplot and the main plot actually really tie into
mesh
each other.
together. Yes.
Because so they have to go stay in a hotel since the place is getting gassed, and Blanche picks a hotel that she picks it
Blanche.
because it was in their price range,
Right
on
by
the
the beach and a lot of men in the lobby.
Is that how
Lord
you
have
pick a
mercy.
hotel?
You know what? I always make sure that it's clean first of all.
Yeah.
How about that?
This was
And-
before TripAdvisor online, so
Right.
what was she
Right.
doing? Going
So,
from
you know
hotel to
what?
hell,
Right. But
From
back
hotel.
then it was a Holiday Inn,
Yeah.
so that was like the main.
or the Howard Johnsons?
Oh yeah, remember they had a Howard Johnson by the what's the Burke Lakefront?
Okay, if you say so.
They did.
All right.
I only
Remember, I'm
that.
not from here, so I don't know.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
right. I only remember that because my dad used to work for the gas company,
Mhm.
and they had like a picnic out. They had like a work outing, and it was out there. So that's the only reason I
Gotcha.
remember that.
The only thing I always like the branding colors of Howard Johnson. They're basically my branding colors for Bitchy Vegan Homo too. The orange and the blue kind of.
Oh yeah, they were
Yeah.
blue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, I like that.
blue. Yep.
That's what I like about Howard Johnson.
Oh,
Aw.
that's so nice.
And
Are there-
actually, when I was a little
Are
kid,
there any more Howard
this
Johnsons?
is again when I was very young and before I was vegan or vegetarian, and we
Mhm.
would go eat at a Howard Johnson's every once in a while when we'd be
Right.
traveling around. I would always get their fried clams, which now when I
Ooh.
think about that, that's so gross. But the only thing I liked about it,
Uh-huh.
again, was a reason to eat tartar sauce. So like I was just
Oh,
like me to eat tartar sauce since I'm obsessed with tartar sauce.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
and I have a recipe to make vegan clams, but I've never done that yet.
Really?
Yeah, there's that
we
one
gotta try that.
that one cookbook that I have has a vegan
Definitely have to try
clams,
that.
and I was like,
Best
I don't
intentions.
know that I really miss clams.
Right.
Yeah, all I really
never
miss is
had
because they're
clams.
just deep fried, so that was what was good about them. Yeah,
Right.
because you can't
Anything
eat
fried
seafood.
is-
Yeah.
Listen.
Now, your seafood allergy that you have, let me ask you. Can you have like anything that has like seaweed and stuff in it? Like things whenever they're flavored with seaweed or not? Okay.
I can do seaweed.
Okay.
But I just can't do
The actual
and I can't do agar.
Uh-huh. Well, but that's made out of seaweed though.
I know, and it's the weirdest thing.
Mm.
But I don't know what it is in the agar. It makes me sick.
Okay.
Like it's fish. Like it gives me that.
Do you have an iodine allergy, perhaps? Because my mom has an iodine allergy, and she can't have any seafood or even like mangoes because they have so much iodine in them.
But no, I
so.
can have mangoes.
Okay.
So it's not iodine.
All right, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I can do the seaweed because I put the seaweed in certain recipes.
Okay.
But
And
I
it
cannot-
hasn't killed you yet.
It
so.
has not, thank the Lord. But I cannot do, can't do the agar, and I don't know. I have to look more what's in that.
I think it's just, yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah. There you go.
But it's like it's so. I mean, it's like an instant thing.
Hmm.
Like as soon as I put it in my mouth, it's like my lips.
Your lips.
Yes.
They start to puff up.
Mm-hmm. I start looking like Hitch. And I'm like, oh my god. Or what Chug from the Goonies? Remember?
Yeah. That's
that's
a good
your
look.
girl.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good look.
It's not
on
a
you.
good look.
That is a great look on you. You just don't want to acknowledge it.
Right.
So whenever they get to the hotel, we'll go back to the Golden Girls here
yes,
for a
back
minute.
to the Golden Girls.
And I love whenever Blanche is in the hotel room and she comes out with her beautiful that turquoise sequin dress.
Yes, and Dorothy, she said, you think this will look good for Mr. Burt?
She's like, yeah, the plunging
it'll
neckline will really show up
his chest hair.
Mm-hmm. But that first off, all right, I want to talk about the timeline here because I like to analyze the timelines of these things. She says she hasn't worn it since the presidential inauguration of 1972, which is of course for the Chamber of Commerce presidential, not Nixon.
Right.
And then she says that she ends up like sleeping with that guy.
Right, the guy.
His name was Mr. William Buster Collier.
Right.
And so that was 1972, which would have been 14 years before this.
Oh.
So wouldn't she have still been married? I don't know how long she's been a widow. They never really talk about that.
No,
But they always got the impression that she was more recently widowed.
Recently widowed.
Like all of them were, but I don't know.
Look at you, investigative
I know.
reporting.
I'm just saying.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to do a deep dive into the timeline.
We got to go down into that.
If they talk about when exactly he died, I don't remember.
Nasty.
Potentially,
Nasty girl.
She was admitting to adultery there.
Yes, she was.
Mm-hmm. But then, whenever Rose comes out with the newspaper, so excited about all the other VIP guests that are going to be on here, and I have a lot to say about this VIP list.
Yeah.
It's Dom DeLuise.
Yes. All
right, who, of course, was Burt Reynolds' best friend.
Best friend, Lonnie Anderson.
Lonnie Anderson.
The ex-wife.
Yeah, his longtime lady.
Yeah. Were they ever married?
No, I don't think they ever officially got married. Yeah, I don't think they were officially. Yeah, I think that was a Hollywood relationship. And then Charles Nelson Riley, which gets zero reaction.
They were like, she said it twice, like, Charles Nelson Riley?
I love Charles Nelson Riley. I would have been so excited. He's amazing. He's so hilarious.
I always remember him from
the Match Game? Of course.
Yes.
That's what everyone knows Charles Nelson Riley from. That and Lidsville, if you're old enough to remember the old kids show, the Sid and Marty Krofft show, Lidsville. He was the villain on that. But yeah, I remember Charles Nelson Riley, hilarious.
Yeah, he
Who wouldn't want to meet Charles
I used
Nelson
to love
Riley?
Him on the Match Game.
Yeah, and
dun, 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 dun. Was that the theme song? Probably
not. Not even close. But that was adorable. But I was obsessed with Lonnie Anderson back when I was at back in like the WKRP in Cincinnati days. She was like, I was just obsessed with her.
Okay.
I had cut out every picture of her from the TV guides.
Yeah.
My dad brought back a poster from some convention he was at of Lonnie Anderson.
No, he didn't.
So I had this my dad thought, oh, I'm giving my kid this sexy, bikini poster.
Right.
And I was just like, I don't know. I just thought she was amazing. Just this kind of hilarious kind of Barbie doll come to life.
So funny.
And so Lonnie Anderson was one of my early obsessions. I don't know why. Yeah.
Well, no, but you know what? Back then, she was everybody wanted to be Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah, she had
her and Bo Derek.
Yeah, they were just kind of these perfect kind of looking ladies. Yeah, and there was just something.
Yeah,
and she was funny on WKRP. She was really good. Yeah, so
that was a good show.
But I was thinking back about my obsession with Lonnie Anderson.
That is so funny.
And how excited my dad was to give his son this Lonnie Anderson poster.
He was
not
pumped.
Knowing that I wasn't really that interested in it for the same reasons he was. But then the celebrity that Blanche gets most excited about is that John Forsythe.
Mr. John Forsythe.
Yeah, that's right. Again, Mr.
John Forsythe.
I love when she puts the
and
Mr. in front of it.
And then when she just started
because it's going to be the sexiest man in television.
And the sexiest man in the movies.
Mm-hmm. All in one room.
She just can't. Steamy, hot room.
All
just
pressed up against each other.
Said.
Yeah.
But wait, I love when Dorothy started breathing on her forehead, trying to cool her off. Okay, honey, calm down. Bring it down. Bring it down, sweetie.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I also like whenever Sophia tries to pull her little trick on stupid Rose.
Wait, what Rose said? I think it's Sophia.
Yeah, she gets a call from the Publishers Clearinghouse saying that Ed McMahon wants to meet her, but she has to leave her ticket.
Leave her Burt Reynolds ticket on the dresser.
Yeah, but she figured it out.
She did after a while.
The first clue would have been how are they tracking me down at a hotel?
How do they know I'm at this hotel at this time?
God bless her.
Oh, Rose.
I know. She's so funny. She's not the sharpest tack in the box.
She's not.
No.
But she's good comic relief.
She is great comic relief. And then whenever they find themselves down in the lobby and they're on their way out and they're all dressed like mothers of the bride. I mean, those outfits. That is all they're wearing.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic
mothers of the brides. Although Blanche, she's wearing that sequin dress with that weird
she had the overlay on it.
Yeah, I don't even know what to describe that, but it was
with
unsettling.
The shoulder pads looking like a linebacker.
Yeah, and of course Blanche wants to get a drink, and there's of course a man eyeing her up,
undressing her with his eyes.
And that's a great line. Whenever she's like, "Oh, do you want to move?" She's like, "No, he's not finished yet.
Done.
No, he's only half done."
That's what she said.
Yeah,
nasty.
Well, that's what that's what Blanche is all about.
Yes, but wait, when the guys come over. And they say, "How long have you been in the business?"
Oh yeah, how long have you been working? That's an odd first question.
She said about 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like everybody who's had Dorothy says she's a great teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But wait, one thing that got me: who invented the 3 R's? Reading, writing, and
running around the
bed.
bedroom,
But
the mattress.
when
or
you
something,
really think reading, writing, and
arithmetic. Yeah, that's not
is
right.
not
No.
none of
Arithmetic.
those.
Yeah, that's like.
Writing is with the
Well,
W.
you'll notice that literacy isn't one of them.
No.
Because spelling
Writing
isn't
it
one
starts
of
with a W.
them. Yeah.
And it's arithmetic.
Yep.
So the 3 R's. I was just baffled by that.
Well, but it probably helps some not very bright kids remember things. Let's hope that.
Yeah. So we just teach them the wrong things.
Yes. Yeah.
The ones that don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Of course, the place gets raided. They get
Oh my
arrested
gosh.
with all the other hookers in the lobby. Mm-hmm. And the
It's-
cop refers to Dorothy as the senior statesman of the group. Isn't that what every woman wants to be referred to as?
I know,
The
right?
senior
I'm like, wait
statesman.
a minute.
Mm-hmm. Here's a question for you.
Yes.
Have you ever been somewhere where you found yourself thinking, boy, there's an awful lot of hookers in this room?
Oh. I did think of something. But this was way back.
Yeah.
Y'all, this was before
So in your bad girl
I
days.
was vegan, when I liked them rough. Yeah, I did actually. This was years ago. I'm not even going to name the place I used to go to because I don't want to incriminate myself. But there was like this club that I used to go to with my male friends.
Mhm.
Like I had like a lot of male friends. I mean, we just used to kick it. And there was a place that I used to frequent, and there were some very unsavory things going on.
Oh, my.
That's all I'll say. But I just went to play pool and drink.
Uh-huh.
That's all, people. Yeah, but that's so funny. It was it was some unsavory characters.
There were some people in there that might have been working.
They were definitely working. I'm just going to put it out there. I mean, there was a back room. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, people. I'm not going to say anymore. You can't get me to say anymore.
But
my hands are up.
You don't go to that church anymore.
I don't. No, you know what? Actually, because they tore it down.
Oh, all right.
They tore this place down.
All right.
Yeah. So nope. Nope. Don't go there no more.
No, all right. No, the only
and you?
Oh, well, aside from like just out in Vegas where you can like clearly tell.
Yeah.
There was I was
Is
out
it
there.
legal in Vegas?
No, it's not legal in Vegas. It's legal in Nevada, but not in Clark County where Vegas is.
Okay.
Years ago, I was there with some friends, and we wanted to go to one of the legal brothels just because. Well, no, there's a place that has a brothel it's like a museum, like a brothel museum or something. So we drove, like it's an hour and a half north of Vegas or something. We drove up to go to this brothel museum.
Yeah.
And a museum is a very loose term for what this is. This was like a building that had some laminated news articles on the wall. And
that's it?
And that was about it. Yeah.
Oh,
so I don't know how that constitutes a museum. But then they had at their gift shop, they had a couple of things, and I did buy one thing at the gift shop, which I still have, and it is the By Hook or By Cook.
Okay.
It's a cookbook by Nevada's Working Girls. So I have a hooker cookbook.
Oh, how cool is that? They said, "Hey, we can don't get it twisted."
And for years before I was vegan, I used to make the hooker fudge recipe out of there. That was very good.
Nice.
And a friend of mine, every year I would give her some for Christmas, and she was always like, "Where's my hooker fudge?"
I know that's right. Look, I can give you a happy ending and cook you some good fudge.
That's right. So yeah, there you go.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll have to show you that cookbook.
I need to see it.
My ex, his mom loved that fudge recipe so much. I got her a copy of that cookbook.
All right.
So I gave my ex,
here you go, mom.
Boyfriend's mom,
mama, the hooker cookbook.
Yeah. So she could.
That's all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's a good. Hey,
it's a good gift to give somebody.
Yeah, it is. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
It does. Yeah. I don't think I ever made anything else from that cookbook.
Just the fudge.
Other than the fudge, because it was a lot of, meaty kind of things, as I recall. I don't think I made anything else other than the fudge. And I've been wanting to try to veganize that and make my own vegan fudge, but I haven't done that.
Okay.
No.
Best intentions.
Best intentions.
What?
Yeah.
Page 2.
I've been making too many brownies to worry about making fudge.
Right.
So anyway, the ladies all get arrested.
Yes, they do.
And they get thrown in jail with all the other hookers.
Slammer.
And Rose has a complete meltdown.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. She just had a whole thing planned out that she gonna get riddled with bullets.
Yep.
After, wait, who is it? The older lady gonna look like Ethel
Merman. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like an Ethel Merman reference.
Oh my gosh.
But whenever she's in the jail cell and she's talking about being the butter queen.
Yes.
Like that was the biggest tragedy of her life.
Yes, it was.
But I like how Dorothy and Blanche are just like not even paying attention.
Not at all.
But all the other hookers are really like
they were
interested
into it.
in the
Did you
story.
see them?
They're like,
they were really
that's so
into
sad.
it.
Yeah, they really were reaching out to her. But she said for 16 years her life revolved around butter.
Butter, yeah, it was.
And there's a lot of people whose lives really do revolve around butter.
And she was so happy to learn that there had been tampering of the butter churn.
Yeah, the butter churn.
Yes. Go on, Rose.
Tampered with the butter
she said,
churn.
Doggone it, I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Speaking of butter, what are your favorite kind of margarines or vegan butter substitutes? Have you ever made your own? Or
yeah, I've actually made my own butter.
Okay.
And Country Crock.
Yeah.
Is good, and it does not have whey in it.
Oh.
It's awesome. Country Crock. That's really all I use.
That's the one thing I remember I had on my website, I put something about like using margarine, and then someone sent me a message like, well, margarine's not vegan. I'm like, well, I'm using vegan margarine. There are
vegan,
it's true.
right.
A lot of margarines are not vegan because they have whey in them.
So I'm like keeping my fingers crossed that Country Crock does not do anything crazy.
Change it up.
And change the recipe up.
I usually use the Earth Balance whenever I make margarine.
I use Earth Balance too.
And then have you ever bought Miyoko's her butter?
I have not, because she uses
cashews. It's got cashews that would kill you.
Yeah, but she is coming out with that nut-free cheese.
Yeah, she is.
But it's stuff like I still get nervous.
Yeah, you get nervous.
'Cause I'm like, I don't know.
Well, if it's any consolation to you, I was a little not disappointed in the butter, but I was like, I just preferred Earth Balance.
Right.
Like, so I didn't.
Okay.
For the added expense of it, I didn't think it was worth it personally. But I mean, it wasn't bad. But
right.
I was like,
but
this wasn't like so amazing that I'm like, oh, this is going to be what I go for.
The heavens did not open up.
Yes. But I always like to get the big tub of Earth Balance.
that Earth Balance. Yeah,
you got to try to find the big tubs. Not every place has it.
You can get the big tub for the price of her.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I could be giving myself, I could clog all my arteries at once.
Absolutely. With the big tub.
With a big tub.
Hello.
That's all I want to do.
That's all we gonna do.
That's all you need to do. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to ask you. So when Rose is talking about being, butter queen.
Yes.
Were you ever in any kind of like contest like that? Like whether it was a pageant or anything like that when you were little?
Oh. You just gonna bring that back up?
I don't know. Are you?
My biggest disappointment in life.
Oh no! What happened?
No, back in the day, I wanted to be like the first Black Annie on Broadway.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
it's not too late.
Happen.
Oh wait, I think it's happened.
It did happen. That little heifer. No, but there was this. I still love to sing, but there was this group. Called Kids on Broadway that I auditioned for, and I didn't make it.
Oh.
And I think I didn't make it because, I didn't know, what you had to do when you got there for the audition. So when I got there, I just started singing. And the lady was like, no, you have to, you have to sing something from, this book. And I was like, I don't know nothing about this book. So I ended up singing You've Got a Friend by Carole King. And I really went into it because I had my, I was giving my soul rendition or something. And then you had to do you had to make up this monologue and I will never forget it. It was, you had to walk into the room. There was a goldfish. She said, imagine there's a goldfish on the table, but then you had a cat and you had to when you walked into the room, the cat was gone.
Huh.
And the goldfish, yeah. So they sent me this thing said I didn't make it, but they gave me free tickets for the year for Kids on Broadway. And I was like, you suck. I'm not coming to anything you guys do.
Burnt that bridge.
Thank you. You burnt that bridge. Shoot. But yeah, that was one of my biggest disappointments.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that so bad. And I did not make it.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Well,
if
I made you a little sash and let you wear it around like you're a winner, would that make you feel good?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll make you a sash.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See, y'all, I got a sash now.
So, of course, Sophia finally comes to bail them out.
Awesome.
Well, they think she's going to bail them out.
Yet they thought. She said, so which one of y'all not going?
Yeah. And then they won't give her a ticket. She just grabs all the tickets and leaves.
I thought Rose should have stayed.
I agree. Yeah.
I thought Rose should have stayed.
Rose should have stayed.
She should have stayed. I'm sorry, Rose.
Yeah. The other two had her, like, obviously, Blanche won the tickets.
Blanche won the tickets.
And Dorothy is her mom that's bailing you out. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Rose should have taken.
Sucks to be you.
But she's like, but I already lost.
She
had so
she
much
lost
disappointment.
Butter Queen.
Yeah. What a disappointment. Whatever.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, Rose. Mm-hmm.
Rose, you would have been at the house.
So Sophia gets to go to the premiere, and then when she's rubbing it all on her face at the house.
That must have been the time that he wanted me to tell the story to Dom DeLuise.
Yeah.
Then they wanted me to tell to Lonnie Anderson. I'd have been like, shut up. Shady Pines, Ma.
But then I love, of course, the big surprise at the end is when Mr. Burt Reynolds,
when he came in,
knocking on the door, and of course he says, which one's the slut?
She said, I am.
And they all raise their hands. Yeah.
I know that's right.
Even Rose raises her hand because she would be Burt Reynolds' slut. And I think that's true. I think even when you're not a slut, you'd be a slut, depending on the person.
Listen,
we all have the person we'd be a slut for.
You got that right. I got a couple of them. Hey, boo.
Is that going to be your new list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who I'd be a slut for.
Yeah, the slut
that's
list.
That's a top 5. I got about 5 of them. Yes,
right.
honey.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
You're going to send you my slut list.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Well, I wanted to say happy belated birthday. We got to celebrate your birthday last week.
Yes, we did.
We finally actually got to go out to a restaurant together.
We did.
It's awesome. Weird that that's the first time that's happened.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That is a little weird.
But we have
we've eaten food together, but it's just usually it's food we've made. But we actually went to a restaurant.
Went somewhere.
And ate food. We ate at Otani, which we've talked a lot about on this show.
Oh, it was so good.
But yeah, and you, finally, I got you over your fear of eating the ginger with the sushi.
Oh my, listen. That right there was so flipping good. I did, and I would not touch that stuff.
No, you were like very hesitant.
I was like, no, I'm not eating that.
I'm like, well, did you try with the ginger? You're like, no, I don't like it. And I'm like, well, just try a little.
Just try a little
I
bit.
totally peer pressured you, and you did it.
And you know what? And I fell for it.
Yeah.
But
sucker.
It was so, it opened up my eyes.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
There you go.
I was so excited about it.
Like, there's a reason they put it on the plate.
I know. I thought it was just decoration. No. So good. The ginger on the so good.
And how did your pop-up go this last weekend?
It was great.
Good.
It was great. You know what? Some people came that I hadn't seen in a while, and it was so awesome.
Excellent.
So yeah, I just, you know what? I get so excited.
You do.
I do. You know what? Because I just love people. I love people.
We can tell.
Yeah.
And what have you got coming up?
Oh, the St. Patrick's Day market pop-up is this Sunday at Birch Cafe, again, from 11 to 3. And I'm serving up, I meant to bring you one.
Oh.
I had made some to test it out again, my recipe, because I had made it so long. I'm serving vegan corned beef sandwiches and vegan Reubens.
Nice.
With potato salad.
Oh.
And it was so good.
Maybe I'll have to get my butt over there on Saturday.
And my sister is like, she loves the Reubens.
Yeah, I love a Reuben.
Yeah,
Reuben's
it's
like
so,
my favorite
oh my
sandwich.
gosh, it's so good.
Yeah.
And I made the sauce and heated the,
All right.
It made me feel good.
I'm gonna try it.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Maybe you'll see me on Sunday.
Yes, and then that's it. Wait, and then the 20th, is that this, 15th? Yeah, the 20th. I'll be back on Fox 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at around 8:50-ish a.m.
Right. Okay.
Set your DVRs, people. See your girl.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, that's next week. Yeah.
Yeah, but
okay.
that's all right.
I had to remember. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, Lord, it's not this week. Yes, next week. Yes.
And then, of course, the two of us will both be at the Chocolate Fest.
Chocolate Fest.
On Saturday here in Cleveland at Lago on the East Bank of the Flats.
Yes.
That's from 5 to 9. I think there's still tickets available if you go to clevelandchocolatefestival.com or something like that. Or it's on my website under my upcoming events as well. So that's from 5 to 9.
And I'll be there in all of my chocolates.
Yes, that's right. We'll be there handing out some samples. And I'll have my best damn brownies and other chocolatey goodness and a chocolate cookie box.
Oh,
I missed
yummy.
It's almost like I was going to sound something dirty there.
Yeah, I did. I was just going on. I was like, what kind of box? I'm like, I want one. Can I have one of them?
I will sell out very quickly.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, and so that's on the 14th, and then on the 21st, I'll be over at Birch Cafe.
You will? I'm excited.
For a little pop up over there. So yeah, there you go. That's what's coming up with me. Yes. And you can find me at bitchyveganhomo.com or on social media, pretty much everywhere as Bitchy Vegan Homo, or on Facebook as BVH Show. Yes,
and you can find me on. Where am I talking about? Okay, Facebook. I just went blank. I was like, what are we doing? I'm Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at urban_sweetness. And also on my website, www.urbansweetness.com. And you can find us.
Yes. This podcast, Vegan Cheesecake.
This podcast. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Dave do it because I'm gonna totally mess it up.
All right, so on Instagram it's Vegan Cheesecake Pod.
Right.
On Facebook it's Vegan Cheesecake, and on Twitter it's Vegan Cheese Pod.
There it is.
And Vicki, thank you for being a friend.
Hey, you too. Bye, y'all.